live. Wait. And we're live. Welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Steve. I'm here with not Kim tonight. Slight change of plans. There were some other things that came up. Kim was not able to join tonight, so you're gonna have to put up with me, unfortunately. But we'll have fun anyway. We're gonna play some Marvel United again. I'm so excited to play this game. And this one is gonna be a bit of a retcon from last time. Because apparently made a few mistakes to point out there. Couple things. One was Kang, and I pointed this out during the playthrough, but basically I triggered his ban multiple effects. So generally when heroes get KO'd, you do the ban effects multiple times, but in this case you would play extra cards, and we totally botched that. So a pretty big rule on Kang there. The other one was Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl's ability only counts her specials, not all the specials in the deck. So when we said we won last time, we didn't win. So Nerdshire was awesome and pointed this out in the YouTube comments. So if you're watching this, Nerdshire, thanks so much for pointing that out. Thought we'd try it again. This time, hopefully not making nearly as many mistakes. In addition to that, I asked Nerdshire what he wanted to see, and he chose to see Black Cat. So I'm going to play a Black Cat tonight. And because I'm playing solo, I thought, you know what? Why not show you the solo mode in this game? Because yes, you can multi-hand it, but there's also a way to play it with multiple heroes at one time that I like a lot, because it does open up the strategies and how you can play the game. So I'm really excited to show that to you tonight. I am going to play with some slight changes to the solo mode, because there's currently a Kickstarter for X-Men Marvel United. And in that, they did tweak the solo rules in that rulebook. So I read that. It's just a small tweak, and I'll play that tonight. So, but that's it. Let's try this again with Kang. See if we can't take down the time-traveling conqueror. And of course, lay out the questions in chat. If you guys have questions how to play, I won't get through all the details. I'll kind of give a brief synopsis as we play. But if you happen to join and you don't know how this game works, just ask questions. I'll pause and explain things as we go. Okay, so we're back at the board. I decided to do a random setup of locations. We've got some car locations from all over the place. So some from Wakanda, we got some Doctor Strange, got some Avengers, some Guardians, all over the place, and even Asgard over there. So this is a mixed match of locations. I did notice that a couple of these locations only have 2 open spots. I don't know if this is a good idea to try, but we'll try it anyway, because it may be particularly difficult to keep those locations from overflow. But hey, what's not to have a challenge? You gotta steve it up, right? Okay, here we are. Now Kang, he plays pretty differently. So his special rules are he is going to enter play, so he starts in play, and at some points in the game he's going to leave play and then re-enter. And so there are cards on the deck that are going to tell us when that happens. And he doesn't have any alternate win conditions other than he is just really tough to deal with. And so the main thing to worry about him is his threat cards. There's a bunch of them on the board. So we've got a couple of them. Time Hideout here in Warrior Falls and here, which means he can't take damage as long as he is in that spot or adjacent locations. And I random these threat locations, starting locations, and that's horrible, because as long as those are out, the only space we can actually hit him is at Avengers Tower. So I'm probably going to have to take out one or both of those out. The other one is we have this time paradox here and here. And as long as this threat is in play, whenever King comes back from out of time, he's going to come back at full health. That's going to be very frustrating, especially late game if we don't take care of that. And then we also have his time army here and here. As long as this threat is in play, here's ending the turn in a location with a thug, take 1 damage. Yeah, so that's not ideal. And so when we do get KO'd, we will have to play an extra card. Now, the overflow effect is if a location overflows, we'll put Crisis there, and it basically kills the special ability on those locations. That's definitely going to happen. Okay, but that's the bad guy setup. We are going to be playing, like I said, with some heroes tonight. We're going to be playing with Black Cat. Thank you, Nerdshire, for the recommendation. And I figured, you know what, why not keep going with the Black Felines? I decided to pull out Black Panther to team up with Black Cat. And last but not least, because of the recent announcement, if you saw, that Shang-Chi, there's a trailer out there for the next Marvel MCU movie coming out. So I'm really excited about that one. But I have not seen the trailer. I'm not one of those people that watches trailers because, well, I should say this. I'm not someone who watches trailers of games I have confidence I want to see because you know what? I want to see it. I don't need to see any spoilers. So that one I know I want to see, so I didn't watch any trailers. So sorry, I won't be talking about that much. All I know is it was released, and that's good enough for me. Okay, so we're playing as those three heroes. And how this works in solo mode is you actually have a hand of 5 cards. So I drew my hand of 5 cards, and we'll be playing with that card. And you could play the cards of the heroes in any order you want. Like normally in the game, you have to take turns. Like if I play Black Cat, I have to play Black Panther, then Shang-Chi, then back to Black Cat, and so on and so forth. And this is not the case. I can play Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Panther again, Shang-Chi, back to Black Panther, now Black Cat a few times, wherever I want, doesn't matter. That's really cool because you can actually combo a couple effects together that way. Now, the downside to that is, and this is what changed with Xavier, is if you get KO'd, which you do have moral health, I have 5 life. If I do get knocked out, then we lose the game flat out. That's it. However, with the additions to the X-Men game, you can now get knocked out more than once. So I'm going to play with these knockout tokens. So if I get knocked out, I'll come back up, and then if I get knocked out a second time, then that'll be game end. So we'll see how that works as with the new rules from X-Men. Okay, the game's all set up. We've got our heroes in Sanctum Sanctorum. We got Kang and Nowhere, and let's start the game. Okay, so here we go. Our first card always starts with the villain. So we get his card. He gets a bam, and he moves 0. So first thing we do is he technically moves and drops back down the same spot. In this game, doesn't matter a whole lot, but some threat locations will have triggers when they land back down there. It's just good practice to remember that. Then he does his BAM effect. His BAM effect is if he's in a location, he deals 2 damage to each hero in his spot and 1 damage to each hero in adjacent spots. Luckily for us, we are nowhere near those locations, so we're good. And then we have to do the bottom effect, which puts 2 thugs in his spot and each spot adjacent to him. So already off to a great start because we have got 3 locations that are completely full of bad stuff. Okay, that is his turn. It is up to us now. Okay, so I will draw my hand. And this is what I have for my hand. So I've got 6 cards currently in my hand. Got a Shang-Chi with a movement and a recruit, a punch, another Black Panther punch. Here's Black Cat with their special, Cat Luck. When the next Master Plan card is revealed, you may put it on the bottom and draw another one instead. So that's pretty nice. It's like, hey, wow, that's a horrible card. Let's not do that right now. Double movement Black Panther, and then a Shang-Chi with a movement and a punch. So based upon where we are, I think I want to start working on those threat cards because those threat cards are nasty. Let me know if you guys think of a different way of doing it or a different idea. I could ultimately lay down my double movement and we can get ourselves to potentially the Milano to deal with that one, or even closer to Nowhere to help clear these off. It's not a bad idea either. But I don't know if we have to rush out there right yet. So I think what I'm going to do instead is play Shang-Chi. It's the first card, and he's going to be a move, and then you control the character you play, for example. So I'll be moving Shang-Chi 1 spot, and he can do 1 heroic action. I think what I'm going to do, yeah, I'll put a star on his spot before he left, the time paradox. Let me hide myself real quick so you can see it. So time paradox is down there, and I will move him there. That's the option. So okay, and that was it. Let's go on to. Let's see if I can fix this real quick. Oh, that's not gonna work so well. Okay, now it'll be the next card. So how this works in Marvel United is you get the icons of the previous hero plus the next one you played. So I'll draw a card. I drew into Cat Claws. When the next Master Plan card is revealed, you may put it on the bottom and draw another one instead. Oh, that's nice. So she's all about manipulating the Master Plan deck. That's really, really cool. Okay, so now we got some options. as tempting as it is to run out there, like run out to this area, if I end my turn there, I will take damage. I feel like I can't do that without making sure I'm going to clear some thugs. So I might just leave them there and just take the hit from the overflow. The overflow is just going to blank out the text. And I might try to focus on... Yeah, let's try focusing on clearing some stuff. So I'll play Black Cat, or Cat Luck. So I was going to give her a movement plus Shang-Chi's movement and a star. So she's going to have 2 stars in movement total. So with that, let's go ahead and have her clear this time paradox. So that's great, because that means that one of his, when he comes back to into play, he'll come back at full health. We need to take out the other one, unfortunately. And then she has a movement. Wow, this is really nice end of turn effect here. This end of turn effect, it does say that, again, my focus isn't working too well. You may place 1 action token from the pool on a threat or power card anywhere on the board. So while I do have that movement, I'm tempted not to move to try to put some clarify on these other cards. That's really tempting. Otherwise, I can move her to a different location. But if I move her to a different location, she could probably start dealing with some of these bad thugs. I'm not going to move her. I'm going to leave her there. Okay, so let's end my turn there. Let's use the end of turn effect. Let's drop down, because this time army is going to be really horrible. Let's drop down heroic action over there. Okay, so that's our second card we played, and now we have our third card. So let's draw, see what we get. We get Shang-Chi, his special. Double each punch on the previous hero card in the storyline. So that's pretty cool. You can go punch crazy. Might have to mess with that. So let's see. Let's see. How do I want to deal with that? 1 second here. I'm going to fix something real quick on the stream. I noticed. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now we have that option plus all these other cards. And unfortunately, no more stars, just a bunch of punch and movements. So, actually, if you get Shang-Chi down here, you can totally clear that location. That'd be pretty nice. I can move anybody right now. I might just have Shang-Chi go again. It's a movement, a punch, and he has a star. That's not going to be great, though, because I will end my turn here in the Milano and take damage. Not ideal. Not ideal. What else can I do? I could get Black Panther out there as an option. He can move twice with 1 star, but the problem is they're all going to take damage. I don't think it's worth taking damage if I can avoid it in this game. So I don't have enough punches to take out these guys right now, is the problem. There's too many guys on the board. So let's just... Yeah, let's just play a single punch, I guess. I'm not going to use the punch, unfortunately, but with Shang-Chi. Instead, I'll just put the star down on this time army, because we really just have to clear those spots. Okay. Maybe not the best plan. You guys might be screaming at this screen, like, why are those locations not covered up? Go save them. Well, I'm trying to be conservative here, for better or for worse. Okay, here we go. So that is the end of our 3 hero turns. Now we go to the villain turn. The villain draws and he gets Time Master. So if he's in a location, he leaves. Okay, whoop, he's gone. Okay, that's not so bad right now. I was hoping that would come out. So now maybe we can take care of some stuff while he's gone. Okay, so now, because I played that previous punch card, let's draw into our new card, which is a movement from Black Panther. So, ooh, this will work. This will work. Yeah, let's have Shang-Chi go again. So this is the cool thing about the game is once you play with this alternate solo mode, you can do weird things like, hey, Shang-Chi's going to go multiple times, right? So he's going to combo into himself. He's going to have 2 punches and a movement, which is exactly what I wanted because now I can have him run over here and clear off the Milano. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I should be putting guys up here. So in the game, when you clear off guys and rescue people, you need to put them on those mission cards. Once we complete 2 of those mission cards, then we can actually hit the bad guy. We can't hit him until then. Okay, so that is his first card. Our second card is, let's draw. We get, ooh, Black Panther. Black Panther's got some cool cards because he just gets tons of icons. It's like, oh yeah, I got all the actions in the world. So he'll get these actions. Now, the kicker is, because this special power is unique to the hero, he doesn't actually share them with anybody else in the storyline. Okay, that is his other card. Here's what I got. I've got Punch, more Cat Claws, Shang-Chi with lots of punches, potentially. I might try to save that until we get even more punches. I don't know if I've seen a double punch yet. And I do have Black Panthers. So I'll give him 2 movement, 2 punches, and a star. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. If I can get him another star, I could actually clear this location up here. But the problem is I'm top decking for a star. But he's safe there for a little bit. I think it's worth it. Let's play it. Play Panther's Habit. So from the previous card, he gets 2 movement, 2 punches, and a star. Okay, so Black Panther's going to sprint over here. 2 punches. And drop down that star. Okay. Here we go. And then the third hero card, I draw into another Black Panther card, a movement and a punch. Okay, so here we go. We've got tons of Black Panther cards, lots of movement and punches, lots of movement too, to be honest. So I don't have any stars, so I cannot clear that time army, unfortunately. I might just see if I can get Black Cat. I only have her single punch card. She could potentially manipulate the deck, though. Because, now let's think about this. When Kang is out of play, if he has a BAM effect, he's going to add a thug to every location in play. And so the bad thing is, this one is going to overflow, for sure. So if I can get some of those guys defeated, that would be pretty awesome. I might just... have Black Panther go again. If I play Black Panther again, a movement, a punch, he played a previous punch, he can run down there, take out 2 of those thugs, and clear off some room so we don't have as much overflow. So let's play that. Black Panther run down there, punch twice. Okay. That is my 3 heroes. Now we're on to Kang. Let's see what he does. Time Master. So because he's out of play, he's going to put into play in the location with the most heroes. And then bam. So the good news is we can choose where he goes. Bad news is he's going to do some damage. Now, if I choose one of these spots, it's really bad because he'll do 2 damage to one of these heroes and 1 damage to the other one. So we'll lose 3 cards out of my hand. Pretty nasty. He can go to Black Cat, and then I'll lose 2 cards out of my hand instead. So I think that's the best choice. So have him go back in play to Black Cat. And we have to get rid of 2 of our cards. Let's get rid of some of our punches, I think. We don't need so many punches right now. Okay. Okay, now we're down to... yeah, now we're down to our 4 cards. Okay. So, hey, Kevin. Thanks for joining. How am I doing? I don't know. I don't know how am I doing. I'm trying to do a. This is a solo play. Just a heads up, Kim is not around tonight, so I'm showing you how to do the solo rules in the rule book. You can multi-hand the game, of course, but we're playing with the new rules from the X-Men actually a little bit. Are you at the start of the first game? Yes, this is early on in the first game. We've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So it is still early in the game. Thanks for joining. Okay. So we took our damage. We have... Okay. So I drew the card to see what to do next. So here's our cards. We've got a movement, a punch, Black Cat. Still have our cat claws, and just a ton of movement from Black Panther. And the previous card we played was the movement and punch from Black Panther. So Shang-Chi is definitely not activating this turn. So, trying to think what we can use that movement for here. Movement. I might just play her cat claws. Get up there, clear off the Warrior Falls. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So I will move Black Cat up here, punch twice, take off 2 of these guys, and that is it for her. Okay, now I can manipulate the card. I'm going to forget, trust me. The next villain card I can choose to put on the bottom of the deck. I will probably forget, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's her card. Next one is drawn to another cat claws. So one thing you might notice is we've already seen 3 specials from Black Cat. She actually has more than 3 specials in the deck. Not every hero has 3. They do vary quite a bit. Hey, Kevin says, is that because you're playing with the solo player rules that you have access to all the hero cards? Is that from X-Men? Good question. So there is a solo mode in the core rulebook. It's called Shield mode. And to describe how it works is basically you take 3 heroes and you shuffle all the cards together, and you have a hand size of 5. And then how that works differently is you can play your cards in any order. Normally when you play a game of Marvel United, you have to take turns, meaning like if I do Black Panther, that's be Black Cat, and then Shang-Chi, and then back to Black Panther, Black Cat, Shang-Chi, so on and so forth. When you're playing with this alternate mode, you can play the cards in any order. I can do Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Panther, Shang-Chi, back to Black Panther, now back to Black Cat. Whatever you want to do is fine. So it does open up with a lot more strategies, and that you can be a lot more flexible with your characters. The downside is if you lose all the cards out of your hand, you take enough damage, you get KO'd, you're out of the game. Now, that is the core rules for Shield mode. Now, with the new X-Men, they did, it's called Xavier mode, I believe. It's basically the same mode with one rule change. The rule change is if you get knocked out, and I'm playing with the KO tokens for that, you don't lose the game, you can come back. And you can play with a number of KO tokens to whatever difficulty you want. So I'm playing with a single KO tokens, meaning that like if I get knocked out with all my characters, I'm not out of the game, I'll come back at full health and we'll keep going. If I get knocked out a second time, then we're done. So that is the difference with this mode. You can also, of course, play it multi-handed, and it works fine. It works fine either way. I kind of like this one, prefer this way, honestly, just because it has different strategies involved. But yeah, it's fun. Okay, so that was her move. Now I need... I'm struggling here a bit because I don't have any stars. I know there's stars in the deck, but I have not drawn them. And I really want to clear these threats. I don't want to clear this mission so quickly, but I'm kind of aiming towards doing that anyway. So what I think I might do... Oh, did I screw something up? I might have screwed something up. I did screw something up because I have Black Panther end his turn here, and he should have took a damage. So I'm going to discard another card from my hand because I should have took that extra damage. My bad. Yeah, Kevin, the new rule is pretty nice actually, because the problem with it is it works great in most situations, but some heroes or some villains are particularly difficult shield mode or some situations. It doesn't really work the greatest all the time because you can have it so that you can just lose the game very quickly if you're in a bad spot and like the boss comes and charges you, because it does like 2 damage to everyone. Well, then you have to discard 6 cards out of your hand. You're done, right? Because you have 3 heroes, 2 damage to each of them. That's 6 cards. So there's things that can happen in the game with that mode that just it it doesn't always work great. So I like this new KO rule, and I'm glad they introduced it. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to get Black Panther out of trouble. Yeah, so I'm just going to play a simple move. Black Cat did have her claws, so I'm going to have Black Panther punch one of these thugs, and he'll just move up here. Odin's Vault. Try to get out of that. So do we have a location that allows you to cycle your cards? Might help if you're looking for a star symbol. I do not have it in here. I randomed it, and so we got a lot of different stuff over here. Actually, the cool locations are this Warrior Falls will give me a punch token, and Nowhere will let me spend tokens to get 2 additional tokens, which is really cool. That's a cool combo between those two. I think Milano lets me move. This one, if I end my turn here, will let me put tokens on any card. So technically I can end my turn here, which might be a good option. So I can put stars anywhere I want. Avengers Tower is, I believe that's the one that lets me heal. That's my healing one in this game. Or Odin's Vault does. One of the two, I can't remember. Oh no, I think Avengers Tower lets me look for, I can take a quick peek. Yeah, I can look for any card in my deck and put it on top of my deck. That's what it does. Good ideas, though. Okay, so I played, what did I play? Oh, his movement, that's right. Okay, so now we're on to the 3rd card. I'll draw a card. We get Black Cat. Whoa, lots of punches. She has a movement. Well, that's not ideal. That is not ideal at all. But I can make it work. I will play this one. And let's get Black Cat with 2 movement and a punch to run to Nowhere and punch this thug. Okay, that is our cards. Okay, unfortunately, I'm only down to 2 life. I'm kind of worried here. Here's the boss card. We get Kang. He's gonna move 4 and bam. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, and he's gonna bam, which is gonna give us 2 damage here, 1 damage here. We'll discard 3 cards. Will be KO'd. No. Let's use Black Cat's ability to take that card and put it on the bottom and draw a new card. We get instead, oh, Time Master. He disappears. I like that way better. Way, way better. I remember this time. Once you take damage from a location, I take damage from the location if there's thugs in it. So that's why I destroyed the thugs in these locations so I can end my turn anywhere and not have to worry about it. That's not gonna last long. If that's not what you mean, Kevin, let me know. But I think that's what you might be getting at. Okay, so let me draw my next card. We got another round. There's a wild. I can use that. Wild, and she got double punch. Her cat claws again. So Shang-Chi has a movement and a punch, and maybe play that wild. I can't use that punch for anything. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Let's see. What you got, Kevin? Oh, you got it? Good, cool. Glad you figured it out. Yeah, it's a little weird because this one, the army will always deal you damage. I think I'm gonna play his wild. And I did change the difficulty from heroic down to hard mode. She played with the single wilds in the deck. I never play with double wilds. I think it's too strong. My original plan was to play with single wilds because Kim is going to be with me, so to make her a little bit happier with that, but that's okay. I do think the single wilds is probably the best average difficulty to go with in this game. Some of the games can be really brutal. In fact, Kim and I tried Sinister 6 twice last night. That's where you play against 6 villains at one time. It is brutal. It is super challenging. So you need all the help you can get in that one for sure. Okay, so with that wild, I'll play that one. Shang-Chi has a wild, a movement, and a punch. He can't use the punch for anything. There's nothing to hit. I think what I'm going to do is just run to Sanctum Sanctorum and end my turn there. And my turn there, I can use the special ability to put a token on any card I want. Oh, clear this time army up here. Look at that. Sweet. Okay, that's the first card. Second card, next turn we get is I got another Shang-Chi card. He doubles all the punches. Ooh, that'd be really good with that card. But I don't think we'd play that yet. Okay, man, I don't have any to hit. I might just play her Cat Claws again so I can manipulate the deck. Let's do that. So then Black Cat will go. She's got a wild and a punch. I might have her move here. Just put a star down there. Oh wait, what am I doing? A wild and punch. That's not how this game works. Let's put a star in this location instead. Okay. Last card to draw. I get another martial arts. Oh man, this is like the killer combo. So like this is awesome. Double each punch on the previous card in the storyline. I've got the double punch in my hand. Yeah, you can really wreck house. But I can't hit him. And I can't really hit anything, to be honest. The question is, do I dump one of these just to put another star on the board? Or do I waste my double punch? I might have to dump that. Yeah, I think I will. Dump that special, I guess. Not do anything with Shang-Chi, and then put another star on the board someplace. Let's put it on... I need to clear one of these locations. Let's put it on this one so we can potentially get rid of the Time Army. Okay, so that is all I can do. That's 3 heroes. Let's see what Kang does. He's going to move 5 and bam. Now, because he's not in place, he can put a thug in each location. And he's going to ignore everything on this card. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to cycle that card. So let's put a thug on every single spot as his army comes back. So now is where I have to worry about that Time Army card, unless I can clear it so they won't attack us. But I've got a lot of punches in my hand, so I'm not as worried about that. So let's draw and take our turn. Got Black Panther's Wild, and I've got the double punch and a punch in his Master Martial Artist. So let's see what we can do with that. So Kevin says, so you can discard a card to play the symbol you want, or is it that just because it's a special power card? No, to clarify what I was doing, good question. I should have been a little more clear. This location specifically, it's hard to read because of the blur here. If I end my turn there, I can place 1 action token from the pool on a threat or power card. So what I decided to do, instead of like moving him, I decided to stay there, use the end of turn effect to put a token on any card I wanted. So it's, no, otherwise I would just not use the icons. That's good. That's a really good question, Kevin. Okay, so we added thugs to the board. And it's our turn, and we have a movement and a punch. A movement and a punch. Okay, I might just lay down Black Panther's Wild. Yeah, let's play Black Panther's Wild. And with that, I got movement and punch and a wild. Let's have him punch this. Ooh, do I want to punch that thug? I feel like I kind of have to. Oh, I've not been putting the tokens on this card. I'm sorry, guys. I should have 2 tokens on that. I think I have to. I'm going to punch that thug, which means we clear this card, which is not ideal because now the boss man, Kang, is going to go every 2 cards. But we are kind of close to clearing this one. I'm going to have him move down here and put a star on this card. Okay. So now it is our turn. Draw a card. Shang-Chi. And I got all those punches. Wow, this is pretty good. This is perfect. Or pretty perfect. I will definitely play Shang-Chi star and a punch. And he's got the wild from Black Panther. Let's have him punch a thug in this location. Yes, punch a thug in this location. Move over here and put a star on this card. Okay. Now the Time Army is no longer a threat to us. So we end our turn in a spot with a a thug, we won't take damage anymore. We still have to worry about Kang. We can only deal damage to him in Avengers Tower because he's got these hideouts here and here, and if he's on the hideout or adjacent to it, he can't take damage. So we have to clear this card or the other card, probably both. And he has a time paradox. Every time he comes back into play, he's gonna come back at full health. So we still have a lot to worry about. And he has 7 health, so he's nothing to sneeze at here. So I don't know if this is the best idea, but we're close to clearing that second card. Ideally, it'd be nice to clear 2 missions in one go, but don't forget to get the purple token. Oh yes, thank you. The threat token. Thank you, Kevin. I forget all the time. I don't know why. You're the best. Thanks. Okay, so we played our 2 heroes. Now that the first mission's gone, Kang's gonna go again. There we go. Bam effect. He's out of play. He's gonna put thugs on each location instead. So I'm okay with that. He can stay out of play while I manage the board a little bit here. It seems like this team is very punchy, so I'm okay with that. Okay. Oh, I could have done my end of turn effect. I'm gonna do that real quick. I can search my deck for any card and put it on top. The question is, what do I need? I need to have one of these guys go and clear that card. Is what I really need to do. So it's either Black Panther. Yeah. Yeah, we do Black Panther or Black Cat. Let's put Black Panther's card on top, I think. I'm gonna grab this card. Panther Habit. Okay. So then we draw a card, and guess what? Hey, we get that card. Sweet. Okay, here's our cards. Kevin's got another question. Oh, you got it. Sweet. Cool. Thanks, man. Okay. So this can give us a movement, a punch, and a star, and that's the card I'm going to play because we already have... Yeah, we're just going to try to star this up as much as possible. So let's play that card. We've got a movement, a punch, star, and then from the previous card, a star and a punch. So we got tons of icons right now. I love it. So with that, let's go ahead and clear this hideout with one of those stars. And then let's go ahead and he's got 2 punches. I'll punch 1 here, move over here, punch 1 here. And let's put another star on this paradox. If I can clear that paradox, we can stop him from healing when he comes back in play. That's my goal. It's gonna be a tough one. Okay. Okay, so that was that. Let's go ahead and jump to... My mouse is going crazy right now. You already have a star and punch? No. I do already have a star and punch. Yeah, I want crazy icons this time. 2 stars, 2 punches, and a movement. And a threat token. Oh my gosh, thank you, Kevin. You are correct, sir. I don't know what to do without you guys. Thank you. Which means we can actually hit them. Woohoo! Awesome. Now, if we clear the last card, which we haven't rescued any civilians. We're like the worst rescuing team ever. But if we do that, because we're playing the special mode, because we're playing 3 heroes, we do get to draw 3 cards, which would be excellent. Don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, draw a card. Here we go. That's what we got. We've got Martial Artist, which doesn't do a whole lot right now. I kind of want to save these for when he comes out, because if I can play these 2 back to back, we can really hit Kang hard. So I'm leaning towards playing this card. Yes, I think that's what I want to do. I'll have Black Panther go again, so I can save those other cards. So he'll have a movement, a punch, and a star. So let's put the star here on Time Paradox, and then a move and a punch. Take that out. Okay, feeling okay with that. Let's see what Kang does. Kang is going to Time Master. If he's out of play, he is out of play. Put him in play with the location with the most heroes, and then bam. Okay, here's where he comes back with a vengeance. So he's coming back into play right here, and then with his bam effect, he's going to do 2 damage to each hero here, and then 1 damage to each hero adjacent. So we're taking 4 damage. I only have 2 cards in my hand, so that is officially a KO. It's our first knockout in the game. So I'll put those on the bottom of my deck, and yeah, that's If we played normal shield mode, that'd be game. But now we get to come back full health, and we draw 6 cards. Okay. Here we go. Here's our 6 cards. Now that we're on the next turn, he's in play. Okay. So we've got a Wild from Black Cat. This is an awesome card. Cat Instincts. Gain any combination of 2 tokens. Gives a movement. Can manipulate the next master plan card, which we've been doing, and a bunch of. Here's our stars finally. Lots of stars. Single star, double star, and a movement star. Okay. I want to hit him because I have a punch. Black Cat is kind of far. No, she can get there. She can get there. I mean, I could take out his time paradox, but I'm thinking I should go while he's in play, go hit him, come back, and clear the paradox before he comes back into play. Because right now he's not next to the hideout. I can actually hit him right now. So let's take advantage of that. Let's play the Black Cat Instincts. I will steal 2 punch tokens. And the other thing that's interesting about these tokens is they are player specific. So normally in the game, when she would gain these tokens, only Black Cat has access to tokens. But now I have those tokens, so any hero I play has that double punch. So I will have her run 2 movement and 1 punch. Let's hit him once. The question is, do I use those tokens immediately to hit him twice more? I feel like why not? Well, I'll do it one more time. I'll do it one more time. Because this location is pretty nice. If I end my turn here, I can spend a token to get 2 tokens. So let's keep one of them just in case. I'll spend 1 more, hit him 1 more time. Okay, so that's your first card. Let's go ahead and do our next card. We draw into Panther Habit. That is pretty nice. That is actually very nice. So I've got some. Now here's where it gets interesting. I could play her Cat Luck, and I could manipulate the deck so Kang does not leave play. Because if the next card is, hey, leave play, then I have to wait for him to come back again. That's really tempting. Or Panther Habit is really nice. I can punch, rescue some people, and the nice thing is I can get to that nowhere locations and build up more punch tokens. So when he comes back, I can deal with them. I think I'm going to play the long game rather than try the short game. Because in short game, I can't kill him yet. I'll just chance it to see if. Yeah, I'll play her Cat Luck later. I'm going to play this Black Panther card. So he's got movement from before, another movement, and then a star and a punch. So with that, he will punch Kang for 1. One of his movements, move here. Star, get rid of the time paradox, which is excellent. So now Kang will not heal. And then I'll do my second movement here, and then I'm going to end my turn. And then because I kept that punch token, I will spend it, and I can choose to get 2 punch tokens in return. Feel pretty good about that. Okay, that's our 2 hero turns. Let's move on to Kang. Here comes Kang. Oh, nice. Oh, I got mostly lucky. Mostly lucky. He's moving twice. And then he's going bam. He's going to do 2 damage there, 1 damage here and here. Doesn't hit my guys, which is awesome. Then he's going to put some thugs down. 1 thug here. 2 thugs here, which unfortunately overflows, so that gets locked. We can't use it anymore. And 2 thugs here, which also gets locked. Can't use that building anymore as well. But that's it. That's all he does. Now, unfortunately, because he's in his hideout, I can't actually deal damage to him. So that's the downside to it. But maybe I could use Black Cat's Cat Luck to try to get him to move someplace more beneficial for me. Or I can try to clear that time hideout, which is another option. It's kind of far away, but I do have a movement laid down. So we'll see if we can do that. So Kevin's got some questions. Don't you have Black Cat power to stop it? I don't, because it was the next card that gets played is when it triggers, so I didn't play another one of those. The last Black Cat card I played was Cat Instincts, so it just gave me tokens. So it was quite a bit of time until that happened again. I have it in my hand though. Yeah. I guess. Oh, sorry. I didn't see your next comment. Yeah, I did not play that card yet. This is the crux of it. So. Okay. So, but good call, because I probably would have forgotten that. So I'm left with a movement. Let's go and draw our card. So here's what I got. I got a wild from her, movement star, double star, another cat luck, and cat instincts. I think no matter what, I do want to blade on the cat luck. At some point. I don't necessarily need to do it now. Actually, yeah, let's set it for the long game. I think let's make this crazy. Let's play this card. I'll get 2 more punch tokens with that. Right? And let's have her move. Yeah, we're gonna try to one-shot Kang. This could be fun. So she has 2 movement. Have her run over here, and guess what? We'll spend 1 of those punch tokens to get 2 punch tokens. So now we have 5 punch tokens saved up, which is pretty awesome. Now Kang, where's he at even? He's only at 4 health. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend 1 of those right now. Let's get rid of 1 of these thugs. Okay, so we have 4 punch tokens, so we just have to be able to hit them. Okay, that's our first card. Our second card is... How do we want to get over there? How do we want to do that? Okay, let's have Black Panther play this one. He has a movement from Black Cat. Let's spread out a little bit. He'll run 1/2 over here and drop a star on Time Hideout. Okay, so and I actually have his next card is I do have a double star, so I can easily clear that location, that threat card, which means then he has no place to hide. Oh wait, do I want to do that? I should probably play Black Cat's card. I think, yeah. Let's not do. Let's retcon that. 1/2. Take that off. Not play Black Panther. Let's play another Black Cat. Let's play the Cat Luck. So she got movement and a star. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Let's have her move here. And then she can, if she enters turns on Milano, she can go anywhere. So let's have her go up here. Spread out. So that's great, because then no matter where he goes, we can maybe deal with it. And now we have Cat Luck to manipulate the top card that we reveal. Speaking of which, here we go. Bad guy. He is going to leave play. Let's... We want to cancel that? I think we want to cancel that. Let's cancel that and play the next card instead. Oh, he still leaves play. Oh. Wah, wah. Almost got him. Almost got him. He smelled blood. He knew we were coming for him. So, okay, that's a bummer. And the bummer too, because the last card is him coming back, so he might not come back with the very last card in his deck, and he only has 3 cards left. So it might be a nail-biting win if we can pull it off. Okay. So now it's our turn. I think we're just in waiting mode, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's our 6 cards. Double move star. Just tons of stars. A wild. Yeah, tons of stars and a wild. And a little bit of movement. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start clearing out the locations. Especially the hideout. Let's go and play... Oh, not that one. Yeah, let's play Black Cat's star. And she has a star from our previous card, so that's 2 stars to put on the Time Hideout. Or actually, let's put 1 on the Time Hideout and rescue 1 of these civilians. Nope, I changed my mind. 2. There's an open spot. So your question, Kevin, is what happens if the deck runs out? So in this game, if any deck runs out, that's okay. However, the next time a card has to be played from a deck, it's a loss for the whole table. Doesn't matter if the card is the villain or a hero card. So you are on a time limit and a resource limit to get what you need done. So yeah, because he's got 3 cards left, we're getting lower there. And the problem is, I tried to keep him in play because we're ready to pound him, but it didn't work out in our favor. Okay, so that's Black Cat's card. She's got 2 stars there. Let's draw our next card. She has a movement and a star. Okay, I think I want Black Cat to go again. Yeah, we'll have her go again. We'll lay down her wild. Because she's got a star and a wild. Let's star, get rid of the time hideout. So now he has no place to hide. Get rid of that threat location. And then, with that wild, let's punch let's actually rescue someone. Okay. And then I end my turn. I get another punch token. Actually, because of that, let's go ahead and spend a punch token. Just punch one of these guys. Okay. Okay, that is it. She went twice. Here comes Kang. Kang is going to bam. He is out of play, so instead of doing that, he's going to put thugs on every location. Which means there's going to be one here, which technically gets another crisis token. A thug here, another one here, and another crisis token here, because those overflowed. Just means I have even less chance of recovering it, because there's some abilities in the game where you can pick up crisis tokens from the board. Not many. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about, because he's going to stay out of play probably until the very last card. So we'll see. There we go. Shang-Chi is what I drew. And we have previously played a wild. Yeah, let's have Shang-Chi go. Let's just play that card right now, because he's got a wild and then a star and a punch. Let's turn that wild into a punch. He'll just clear this whole area, Avengers Tower. And then he ends his turn there. We can look in our deck for any card we want. Let's go ahead and grab his Master Martial Artist card. Yeah, I like that. So then we'll draw, and guess what? We get that card. So that goes on top of our deck from the end of turn effect on Avengers Tower. Okay, so now I've got a star and a punch. Don't have a whole lot we can do, honestly. We're just kind of in a position where we're just waiting for the guy to respond, basically. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just dump. So I got some questions here. My mouse isn't working so well here. So Kevin says, how do the crisis tokens work? So the crisis tokens are honestly generic tokens. They do random stuff. Some of them, you'll see when I play against Killmonger, who I have set up for the next game, he does very different things with the crisis tokens. In this game, the crisis tokens, according to Kang's rules, say if there's locations with the crisis token, lose the end of turn effects. So all these special abilities, if they have crisis tokens on them, I can't do anymore. The good news is I'm not too worried about them, because this one lets me put tokens on threat cards, which I don't have any in the game. And this one lets me heal. That's nice, but it's not the end of the world. So, hey Barrett, thanks for joining. Looks like I'm rocking it. I kind of. I'm not dead yet. I'm kind of in a holding pattern until Kang comes back. When he comes back, I think we can do the killing blow, but it honestly might be the last turn in the game, just about how this is looking. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So yeah, I played. Wait, what was I gonna do? Oh, right. I was gonna play this one just to dump a star card. And I'm just gonna end my turn effect to look for another card, and I'm gonna grab Black Cat's Double Punch. Put it on top of my deck. So that is what we're doing. So Baron has a question. What do you think of Kang? Kang is awesome. Well, he's awesome but horrible at the same time. So I think he's pretty fun because he comes in and out of play. His threat cards are brutal. They're really hard to deal with. You really have to take care of them. But he's really fun. I'm kind of waiting for him to come back into play so I can kill him, hopefully. But yeah, he's one of my more favorite ones I played. There's a lot of really good villains though in this game. They did a really good job with the villain design. There are a lot of them are great, fun. Okay. Speaking of which, it's Kang's turn. He is yep, that's what I was worried about. He's going to bam, which means if he's out of play, he's going to put thugs on every location. So that means this is going to be a thug here. That's going to be another crisis token, a thug here. That one's going to get a crisis token, a thug here. And this one's also going to get a crisis token. So yeah, that's a ton of crisis tokens. So lock out my abilities, but that's okay. Now, that's just special rules because it's out of play, and guess what? His last card is come back and play, which actually is to our advantage because I know he's going to come to play at the location with the most heroes, and he's going to bam there. So I definitely want to keep my guys spread apart like this for sure, because then he'll do 2 damage. I'll dump a bunch of cards from my hand, but then I can lay into him for the last 2 cards in the game before I lose. Okay, so I just need to manage the board a little bit. Okay, so let me draw my card. I have this double punch, which I use timing for it. I'm going to play that double punch on my first one. And I'm going to Black Cat go. She's going to punch twice here. And then she has a star. She's not going to use it from the previous turn. Then she's going to end her turn there, and she's going to need another punch token. I got plenty of them. I'm going to spend one of those anyway and punch another guy. Okay. That's the first card. So draw another card. I draw into a Black Panther punch. I should have done that differently. I should have done that a lot differently. That's okay. That's okay. I will play this card as a single punch. I should play this card first and Black Cat second. So Black Panther's gonna punch here. He's got 2 punches from Black Cat, so he'll get rid of those 2. And then at the end of turn, I'll spend a punch token to get another one, or I can get a different token, but that's okay. I get a punch token because I got a lot of move in my hand. Okay, that is it. Kang's final card, Time Master. Here he comes, coming to play. We got this. So now the question is, who do I want him to go to? Yeah, let's have him go to Shang-Chi. Let's have him do the killing blow. He'll move there. He'll do 2 damage to us. I've got 5 cards. So I think I'll put 2 cards on the bottom. He's going to do 1 damage to each one adjacent to us, which is okay. Okay, and we survived that. Now it's our turn. Now, if we don't defeat him, because there's no more villain cards, we lose the game. But we got it because I'm going to draw a card, and guess what? Boom. Master Martial Artist. There's a previous played punch one, so I double that. So it's 1, 2, 3 punches. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 punches, and he only has 4 health. So yeah. Boom! Got Kang. That is it. So that was pretty cool. I like that little combo there. That was fun. So that is game 1 from Marvel United with Shang-Chi, Black Cat, and Black Panther. Black Cat was a request. So quick thoughts. I really like this KO token. I think you almost have to play it with the custom shield mode. It made it really fun. And not like, oh, I got bad luck, I lost the game. So this is the way to go. Okay. Yeah, thanks Kevin for the good job. That was a fun end turn. It's fun to be able to like build up that power and just lay into something like that. Okay, so not done for the night. We're gonna do one more game because these games are pretty fast. Let's go ahead and play against Killmonger. And so I'll go ahead and reset the board. Does that mean Black Cat power accelerate toward the game end? She can a little bit. She can build up tokens. Some characters can do that, can build up to a big attack. It was I did the combo of her ending your turn there to get a bunch of tokens, and then end my turn here nowhere to spend those tokens to get even more tokens. So I was just generating this token machine and trying to keep those clear so I can use those abilities over and over again. Because if those got overwhelmed, I would get locked out of those special abilities. So it was kind of a combination of it was Black Cat starting the engine, but then the whole team getting that engine going for the end game to do that final blow. But yeah, loved it. Loved it. Oh, I mean, when you decide to manipulate the master plan deck. Oh yeah. Yeah, the card goes on the bottom. Yes, you're correct. So when her cat luck comes up, I look at the next matchup plan card. I can choose to put that on the bottom of the deck. So that's why I knew that his very last card was coming to play. And I know from the last game we played that he has an even number of coming out and coming back into play. So as long as you don't cancel any of his cards, he's going to end the game in play. If you cancel his cards, then you can technically end the game as outplay, which is horrible. But yes, that's a good point with her special ability. And I really like Black Cat. She's really fun. Really enjoyed her. But yeah, good. Glad it made sense and good questions. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up for Killmonger. And so we're going to switch out the board a little bit. I did choose some other heroes, and let's see. Black Panther I've seen. I've not played with any of these heroes yet, and I'm not gonna play with these new heroes. Are new to me as well. So the new heroes I'm playing with are you're playing with Miss Marvel, Blade, and Howard the Duck, because why not? So, Howard the Duck has potentially the most powerful card in the game. I'll show it to you guys when it comes out. It is interesting. It is pretty cool. So I'm kind of hoping you can pull it off and see how it works in reality. But yeah, that's I don't know. I'm just gonna try it out. So let me reset the board real quick as we go against Killmonger. So Killmonger, here's his board. We can let's look at this together in detail so you guys know what's coming up. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Let me get rid of the YouTube comment real quick for you guys. Make it a little bit easier. Okay, so here he is. We're playing with 3 players. He's gonna have 9 health. His BAM effect: deal 1 damage to each hero in his location. Then replace the leftmost civilian or thug there, if present, with a crisis token. So getting back to your previous question, Kevin, what do crisis tokens do? Random stuff. So this one, he's actually putting them on the spots where the civilians and thugs go. And then his overflow, if we run out of space, if 1 or more civilians or thugs can't be added to a location, replace the leftmost token with a crisis token. So what he's doing is he's filling these spots with crisis tokens, which is going to trigger more and more overflow as it's going to accelerate. Yeah, so it's interesting because he's like trying to overflow. He's trying to like take over the location. This is kind of like his influence essentially, and he wins the game, or we lose rather, when 4 or more locations have 3 or more crisis tokens. Now, interesting about that is I happen to choose locations just randomly with only 2 spots on them. So specifically, Nowhere, Avengers Tower, Sanctum Sanctorum, and Warrior Falls have to have 3 or more crisis tokens on them. If that happens, we lose the game. Yeah, this could be interesting. It could be particularly difficult with these two spot locations. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going to work. But like I said, we've got some pretty interesting characters between Ms. Marvel, Howard the Duck, and Blade. So Ms. Marvel looks like Dor as a superhero. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Sure. Her midi's actually pretty cool though, because her midi's got like this cool. Maybe it's better on this one. Her cool. I don't know, her scarf flying in the air. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Did Kang have a villainous plan? He did. He did have a plan. His plan was, I'll show it real quick. You think you missed that one real quick. The heroes lose when 4 or more locations have 3 or more crisis tokens. Meaning that because there's only 4 locations that can have that happen to. So if Nowhere has 3 tokens, Avengers Tower has 3 tokens, Sanctum Sanctorum 3, and Warrior Falls 3, then we lose the game. So that is what he's trying to do, trying to take over everything. Let's put the missions back on the board. And I put the cards out there. That's great. Let's take his threat cards. And as I add them to the board, I will show them to you so you can see what's going on. So here's one of his threat cards, Mercenaries. Each thug in this location requires 2 damage to be defeated. So extra hard to kill those thugs. Next one will be Assassination Attempt. Heroes ending the turn in this location take a damage, so not great. And then we have a weapon smuggling. So this is interesting because this symbol means when he lands in that location, you trigger this ability. So every time he lands here, you place 1 crisis token on an empty slot in this location. If all slots are full, it replaces the leftmost token. That's not so bad because that happened to me at the Milano, which only has 2 spots anyway. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. I messed up. You were asking about Kang. Does he have something similar to Killmonger? No, Kang does not have a villainous plot. He's just trying to avoid damage. I think there's very, very few villains in the game that don't have their own plot that they're trying to win at. Kang is one of them, and I think Loki might be another. I think pretty much the rest of them try to do some type of plot. Yeah, a villainous plot that makes the players lose. Yeah. So basically, all of them do. Kang is one of the few that does not have a villainous plot. Good point. Okay, we have more mercenaries. That's gonna be Avengers Tower, and then we have Assassination Attempt, another one, and then last but not least, the weapon smuggling again at Warrior Falls. Okay. Obviously, we have to have Killmonger start at Warrior Falls because that is Wakanda, right? So, cool. That was clarified for you. Good questions, Kevin. Okay, so if you start there, we're going to start on the outside of the board. So we have Howard the Duck, Ms. Marvel, and Blade. It's a really interesting matchup, but you know what? That's what it's all about. Mix and match and see what happens, right? Oh, let me put the threat tokens back on the board, so don't forget about that. And like I said before, we're playing with a single knockout. So after we get knocked out once, we'll come back, and after that, we lose the game. Okay, let's go ahead and start the game with, yes, Killmonger's turn. Okay, here we go. First card, 2 and a bam. So he's going to run over here, and bam, his bam effect is deal 1 damage to each hero in his spot, then replace the leftmost thug or civilian with a crisis token. So we put crisis token right here. Okay, so it begins. That's his BAM effect, and then he's going to put down civilians. So it looks like 2 civilians in his spot, and then we have 2 civilians in each spot adjacent to him. So already these are filled to the brim. So that is not great. Okay, that's his first card. Let's go ahead and shuffle up our cards real quick, and let's start our game with our heroes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go look at these cards one at a time. We have Howard the Duck with a wild. We have a special from Ms. Marvel, Appearance Alteration. Count all action symbols as wilds this turn. That is really cool. So like all symbols on the board when she plays that are wilds for her, just for that one turn. And so basically, if there's 2 punches here, she can treat those as wilds, which is pretty fitting because she is very flexible, right? She's got a punch, a move, Howard Duck's a move, and then we have a blade with a vampiric healing. We'll draw a card. Cool thing about that one is we, as a player, draw the card. So we'll have extra cards in our hand. Makes us not die as much. Okay, so we need to worry about all those civilians. Yeah, we need to try to stop overflows right now. Unfortunately, I don't have any stars, any good stars. It's not a good start. I might just, yeah, it's not a good start here. The question is, what do I want to take care of first? Let's take care of. So this one's going to overflow pretty quickly, I think. I'm not as worried about that location. I do like getting with the Sanctum Sanctorum, but that's got a. Every time I end my turn there, I'm going to take damage, which is horrible. I don't have a double star to get over there easily. What I think I might wind up doing. Yeah, I'll just play the wild card from Howard the Duck. So with that wild, let's just go ahead and put a star here. Yeah. Okay. Next turn, draw a card. We hit, oh, big freaking gun from Howard the Duck. So this is interesting because notice at the bottom there's no symbols, which means after he plays this card, the next person goes won't get any benefit from it, but it does get to deal 2 damage in any location, which is pretty nice. In fact, I could play it now, which isn't bad, so I can clear some of those guys out. Or maybe even up there at Warrior Falls. Yeah. But then I won't get any symbols from next time, which is maybe okay too. Or let's go ahead and play Ms. Marvel's movement. I'm not too. Let's get these people separated because I'm worried about being in all in one spot and having bam everyone. Let's move over here. Let's before she moves, let's use the wild to drop a star here. The weapon smuggling. Okay, and then we got one more turn. Our third card. Draw the Ms. Marvel punch. She's got a movement before that. So let's have. Yeah, let's play the big freaking gun. Let's do 2 damage. Oh, yeah, let's do 2 damage and just let's clear out these guys here, these 2 thugs. You know what? I also forgot to put health on Killmonger. He starts with 9 health, so let's do that real quick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So can't win if he doesn't have any health, right? Okay. So that's our 3 cards. Let's see what Killmonger does. He's going to move 3 and bam. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3 right here. Bam, does 1 damage there. And then he replaces this token with a crisis token. Then he's going to drop down more civilians. 2 here. 2 here. And 2 up here. Which, wow, that's... We have almost completely full locations. This is the only location that's not full. And we have no symbols from the big freaking gun we played earlier. So draw a card, draw into Howard the Duck with a movement and a punch. Okay, so I don't have stars. I need stars. There's nothing I can punch. Because all I have is a wild, punch, movement, punch, move. I got a bunch of punches and movements, but nothing within range to punch. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, let's spread out. Let's just play a movement and get Howard the Duck moving someplace else. I don't want to end my turn there because he'll just take a damage. I guess I'll just move here. I don't know. Okay, that's it. Next card, we draw into a double punch from Howard the Duck. So I've got a movement set up. The nice thing is I can maybe work with that movement. Maybe. Yeah, I can work with that movement. So I'll have Howard go again with a double movement and a punch. We'll run up here and punch this thug. So we'll do that. And I set up a movement to maybe have Ms. Marvel do some work on her turn. Civilians are getting punched in this game. Yeah, they are getting punched this game. That's what I need to happen. Okay, so that's that turn. That was 2 cards. We'll draw our next card. We get another Howard Duck, which is a punch. I got so many punches, but nothing to do with it. Okay. Here's where I think I'm going to use Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel, I'll play her Appearance Alteration. So I get to choose the previous card, which was this, as wilds. So she has 3 wilds right now, which is excellent. I think I'm going to use that ability right now to try to deal with some of this madness. I want to rescue 2 here. Nope, 1 here, sorry. Move here, and then clear this card. That's my next one. So, end my turn there. I can move to any location. Let's go ahead and move. Let's have her move here. Okay. Now, I think this is okay. Now, it says technically this assassination attempt. It says heroes ending the turn in this location take a damage. But because I already end my turn here, I don't do the end of turn effects multiple times. Meaning that if a location was open and I was able to move to some spot, I couldn't then use that special ability again. So I think I can move there without taking damage. But on her turn, if she doesn't move family location, ends her turn there, she'll definitely take damage. Okay. So that was 3 cards. Let's see what Killmonger does. Killmonger is, overthrow. Move to the closest location with the most civilians and replace all civilians there with crisis tokens. That is horrible. If there are no civilians in any location, move to the next one clockwise. So what is the next location? Close location with the most civilians. That is definitely right here. Wow, he is that's thematic. As horrible that is, at least it's thematic. So he's going to move here. Because he landed there, we have to do the weapon smuggling card. Place a crisis token in an empty slot in this location. Oh my gosh. So the empty slot gets placed, and then his overthrow comes into play. We replace all these civilians, which is 3 of them, with 3 crisis tokens. So, oh my goodness, that is horrible. There's literally 1 spot left over in that location. Oh, wow, that's horrible. And that's one of the 4 locations done. Like, that's already checked off his list of what he wants to overthrow. Oh, no. This is looking really bad, guys. Oh, man. Okay. Sorry, I'm just in awe of how bad that went. Let's draw a card. We get a Wild from Blade. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. I don't have the Wild I need to do what I want to do. Oh. Well, the weapon smuggling card there, that threat card, I'm not as worried about anymore because it's done, right? Now I'm worried about clearing off some of these other ones. I really want to get this cleared so I can just use the end of turn effect to put stars on the board. I think that's what I have to do. I'll play a Howard the Duck card. I will punch that remaining thug in that spot. I use the Wild to move down here. Okay. I'm hoping I can clear this card, use the Sanctum Sanctorum ability to put stars and clear the rest of these off. Because the other problem with this, as I'm noticing now, I need stuff on the board to remove so I can clear the missions. And the problem with Killmonger is he's running around and he's turning those into crisis tokens. So I have less resources to complete missions with. It's a brutal combination. It's deceptive on how well that works together. Okay, so I played a punch with Howard. Okay, draw a card. Here's Howard the Duck. No more Mr. Nice Duck. Deal 2 damage to each enemy in your location. That is cool. That is nice for some cards like the Mercenaries, where it says thugs can't require 2 damage to be defeated. But now we have a punch, which isn't very useful. Yeah, this is not particularly a useful turn. Oh, wait. I just ended my turn. If I end my turn there with Howard, I'm going to take a damage. I should honestly end my turn over here. Let's retcon that real quick. Does make sense to end my turn there. Okay, let's go ahead and... So I've got that. That's not useful right now. I've got the Wild Blade, which I might have to use. Because the rest of them are double punch, move and a punch, punch and draw a card, and a punch. So I got all the punches in the world, but only civilians to punch. So let's go ahead and play Blades Wild, I guess. Let's rescue a civilian. Because, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so that was his card. We've got another turn before he goes. We'll draw into Ms. Marvel. She has elongation. Your attacks may target enemies in adjacent locations this turn. Oh, that's cool. Stretch her arms out. Pop guys. Very nice. Not so nice, it's a punch. So okay, I think what I'm gonna do, it's not that good of a solution. Play her movement and a punch. It has a wild from blade. With that wild, I'm gonna put a token on here. I want to get rid of. Let me duck my head out of the way. I want to get rid of this threat card, so I can then put more threat cards on there. I will use her movement to run away, because if she ends her turns there, she'll take damage. So that's all I'll do, and then Killmonger will go. Move 5. Oh boy, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He ends here. And then the bad news bears is he's dropping down everything. This is horrible. So we need to put down a thug and 2 civilians in his spot. We cannot do so. We trigger overflow. Overflow says if one or more thugs or civilians can't be added to a location, replace the leftmost civilian or thug with a crisis token. So now this civilian becomes a crisis token. Then we have to add a thug and 2 civilians here, which we can't. We can put a thug there, and then we can't put more stuff there. So now one or more overflow effect happens again. Guess what? This becomes a crisis token. Yet again, we had to put a thug and civilian here. Overflow happens again. Fortunately, at least this is filled. We don't put any more there. So there's another location that's taken over. Gosh. Oh, guys, this is so bad. Okay, well, good. It's good. And guess what? I drew movement and punch. So I've got all the punches and movements in the world, but nothing to do with. Oh, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Okay, what I'm gonna do, play this vampiric healing. This is gonna be a punch plus the previous movement punch. So I've got movement and 2 punches. I'm gonna move here, use the 2 punches to punch this thug. I need 2 punches because of the mercenary card. But the nice thing is that does give me a vampiric healing. I get to draw a card. So I draw into a star. Yes. Okay. Now we draw another card. So now my hand size is bigger. I just drew into that, and that my card I just drew, that star. I have to play the star. Yeah, I have to play the star. There's not much I can do without it, so let's play that star, and let's just Howard the Duck place a star in here. I could rescue those civilians, but it's going to overflow anyway. I'm not worried about this location and this location overflowing because there's only 2 spots in those locations, and they don't contribute to his end game win. The end game win is only when these 2 overflow. Okay, so that's his card. Now we draw another card. We draw into a movement. So I've got a star. A star. I don't have anything to punch. That's the bad thing about this right now. Okay, here's one. No, I don't end my turn here either. I'll take damage. Well, I did just gain life, so maybe that's okay. Okay, so let's go and do that. I will play this. It's kind of weird. I'm going to take damage, but I do need to clear some of the stuff. Well, maybe that's not make sense. I can put a star here. I'll play the movement, but I won't move. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. That's my 3 hero cards, and Kevin's got a question here. It might be because of the team composition. There ain't much to punch against Killmonger so far. It's possible that these heroes do not have that many star symbols either. That is true, Kevin. So a couple things could be happening. It could be because the team composition, like you said. It could also just be that, like his Killmonger's cards coming up focus on civilians being placed. Or maybe he just plays that way. I don't know. That's the downside of playing this blindly. If I would have played him earlier, I would have okay, I know I need to have more stars to face this guy. I know I need to have more stars in my deck, for example, or I need to change my composition. So that's going to change the game experience quite a bit. Could be a con to the game, right? Because it does make a difference in your team composition a lot in this game, especially what you're facing. So we'll see if we can make this work, but yeah, it's looking pretty rough. So, okay, that is our third card. Let's go into our Killmonger. He is going to move 0 and bam. So he lifts up and pops down there. Luckily, there's no triggers there. His BAM effect is going to be replace the leftmost with a crisis token, which is fine, it's already filled. And then he's going to want to put down a thug and civilian in his spot and adjacent spots. The nice thing about that is we put one here. That's this. All three of the spots are going to overflow. But the overflow says you only put the crisis tokens in Killmonger's location. Right. So he's trying to put more crisis tokens here, but it's already full. So effectively, he only put a thug on the board. No, the rest of the board state doesn't change for me. So that's excellent. That's a little bit of reprieve from what happened. Okay, so let's go again. I have a movement from Howard Duck. I draw into Blade. Bloodbath. Defeat all thugs in your location. That is amazing. Except there's not that many thugs on the board. So, yeah. Yeah, this, I don't think it shows, I know there's a lot more stars in the deck, but I have not drawn into it. I was hoping to draw more of those cards with that vampiric healing so I can get to the cards I needed, and it's just not coming up. Because I know, I did look through the deck a little bit, I did see there's a lot of stars. Yeah, seems fair, Kevin, so. Okay, so I don't see what I need here, and I think I'm just at the point where I can try to set up to take out some thugs, which I might just do. Actually, this will work. Yeah, this will work. If I play... Yeah, I'll play his double punch. I have a movement. Howard will run over here and punch this guy here. So, it's something. But the nice thing is I set the double punch up for these guys here, so now either one of them can take out that thug. Okay, so that is that. I'll draw my next card. It is no more punches from Blade. Oh, noes. Oh, noes. Okay. I will play a punch from Ms. Marvel. That's 3 punches. That's enough to take out this guy. And draw next card. More movement and punches. Okay, I have all the punches and movement in the world. I did not design this team very well. There's nothing I can move into punch. So basically I'm just dumping a card. Where should I go is the question. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this card, movement and punch. So she's got movement and 2 punches. I will have her move to Milano. And then I'm going to have her use the end of turn effect to move here. Hopefully I can draw into some stars to take care of them. Okay. That is it. We'll see what Killmonger does. Killmonger is going to move star. Overthrow. Move to the closest location with the most civilians and replace all of them with crisis tokens. Yes. Okay. So the closest one in clockwise order is, with the most, is this one. Odin's Vault. So that is going to get overthrown because there's only spots there. Okay. And that's it. Nice thing is that doesn't actually contribute to his win conditions. So we do have a little bit of luck there as well. I'm okay if he takes over Odin's Vault and the Milano. I say, go at it, man. Don't care about either of those locations. So these guys are all about punching, which seems fitting them pretty well, yeah. But hopefully I get some stars here. We'll see. Speaking of which, star! Okay. I will definitely play that card, and I have a movement and punch. So Blade is going to go. Yes. I will move here and put a star on that location. Ooh, I'll take a damage. I think it's worth it. I'll take a damage. Okay. Now, next turn, I'll draw another card. There's a movement. That's fine. just want to have either Ms. Marvel go or Blade go to clear that location. And I think I'm just going to dump his movement card and not move because I want to clear this assassination attempt. So that's great. We can add this to the board, and then because I'm ending my turn there, I can put a token on any card. I'll put it over here in Mercenaries to clear that card as well. Look at that nice combo. Combo! So we got 3 of those cleared. Okay, here we go. Draw into our next card. Here is the card I talked about earlier. The Neutron Disintegrator. Deal damage to a villain or mass henchman in your location until they have 1 health. You can't use any punches this turn. So basically, doesn't matter if they're like 20 health, down to 1. But that's it. They have to wait till the next person goes. So I'm hoping I can use that Disintegrator once I get him open to attack and then come in with the final blow. That's the goal. So there's still a chance. Still a chance if I can pull it off. I just need to clear some stuff. So now I have a movement, and I don't really have anything I can use that movement with. Yeah, I might just dump. I might just jump this movement card and a punch. So it's got 2 movement and a punch. And I'm just going to end my turn there and put another star. I'll put a star here so I can get rid of that damage dealing location. So Kevin, I got some questions. As long as there is not combo breaker like in Killer Instinct, you should be fine. Yeah. And yes, that power is awesome. Yeah. It's interesting because Howard the Duck, he's got a number of cards that don't have symbols on the bottom, so he doesn't share much. So it's a drawback, but for that drawback, you get a really awesome power. Okay, so that is all I'm going to do with Blade. He went 3 times that turn. Let's have Killmonger go. 2 and a bam. Okay. He is going to move twice here. He's going to bam, which deal 1 damage there, and then he's going to replace the leftmost token with a crisis. Okay. And then he's wanting to put down a thug. Put a thug here, a thug here. So now he's putting thugs on the board. Here. Okay. Okay, now it's our turns. We draw into Blade with a movement and a star. That's pretty nice. Okay. And I've had a movement and a punch before. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is play this movement and a punch. Yeah. We will move here, punch this one for 2, and then end my movement here. Okay. Getting close, getting close. Being able to clear this. Let's go, team punches. Yes, Kevin. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and draw our next card. We draw into Hunter Skills. Double each punch you use against a single enemy this turn. That is amazing. Wow, these are some killer cards in this game. Not useful right now, but maybe soon. Okay. Now the question is, how would I want to deal with this? Oh yeah, I want to end my turn here. I forgot. Because the end of turn effect, I'll move there. Because what I want to do is play this card, movement and star. So now I've got a star, 2 movement, and a punch. So with that star, put it on this location. With that punch a thug. Yeah, punch a thug. And then that mission's completed. Now he's going to go every 2 cards. He's going to go after this turn's over. Got 2 movement left. I just want to move out of that spot. I'll come back here, end of turn. I will move back there. Okay. So now he's going to go every 2 cards. Now he goes again for the bam. So 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, comes up here. He's going to bam, deal 1 damage to everyone there. He wants to replace tokens, which he cannot. And he's going to put thugs on the board. He's going to put a thug here. Can't put one there. It's going to overflow. It's already overflowed. It's okay. And one here. So that's okay. He's actually, we're getting lucky with where he's landing. Okay, so that's our turn. I draw into a movement and a star. Okay. Okay, we are looking. Oh, this is looking pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna play this card. Use that star to clear this assassination plot. So now we finally have the clear threats card completed, meaning that we can hit him finally. And with that movement, I've got 2 stars actually. Let's go and rescue a civilian. I'll move up to his location. Okay. Now it is our next player's turn. We'll draw into Howard the Duck with a star. I think we're going to do it. Let's go ahead and play Howard the Duck's card. So I've got the movement and star, and I'll use that movement. I'm not going to use the star for anything. Actually, I could use the star for this. Might as well put it on this card. With that movement, moved 1 spot to Killmonger's spot, knock him down to 1 health. Just like that. Boom! Disintegrator. But I can't hit him in again. So, okay. But now he's going to go again. From what I've seen so far, I think you mostly got unlucky with all civilians spawning cards at the start. It was brutal, but you're going to start getting weaker cards, it would seem. Yeah. I think that might be true, Kevin. That might be true. But with that neutron disintegrator, we're looking really good. Actually, you know what? I don't know if the disintegrators have explosions, but I'm going to do it anyway. There we go. Nice little explosion for the disintegrator, because I feel like that was an epic move. So, okay, here's Killmonger. Move clockwise to the next location with any hero. So he's going to, for Ms. Marvel, he's going to duel. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero and his location. Heroes choose. So he's going to come duel Ms. Marvel. Which means I just take 2 damage. I put 2 cards on the bottom of my deck. Oh, you know what? I don't think it matters because I think we got this. I'll put 2 cards on the bottom. And then it's our turn. I'll draw a card. I'll draw into a movement and star. But the nice thing is, I can play Ms. Marvel's elongation. She can attack adjacent spots, which doesn't really matter. But with that 1 punch is all she needs to take care of him. Boom! Just like that. He ran to Ms. Marvel. Didn't know that he was trying to run away from the disintegration ray. We took him out. So that actually, we did actually win, despite the hardship we had. So yeah, that wasn't as bad as I was expecting. It looked bad initially, but actually he's got another dual card. So those dual cards were nice. He was only down to 3 cards though. He was only down to 3 cards. So we had at max 8 more cards we can play. And if it wasn't for that disintegration ray, I don't know. I'm not sure how that would have worked out. That card is really powerful. So that was really fun. Thanks, Kevin, for the good job. But yeah, that's 2 games of Marvel United. That was solo mode, so you gotta see how that works. I really like the solo mode in this. You can obviously multi-hand it. A lot of people do that, but I think it's fun to like have the characters go in succession and try things out. But the nice thing about this playthrough, and I'm glad, Kevin, we had that discussion, was you saw how different the characters play and how important it is to have a balanced team, or a team that's going to be balanced for whatever's scenario you're going for. Because you might not need a lot of stars. You might need stars. I don't know. It depends. You might need more punches. It really varies. I know when I played with my son, he played Falcon and I played Vision. And those are very supporting roles. And they don't have a lot of other punches in there. So we weren't able to do much damage, unfortunately. But it worked. So that was difficult because we didn't have a good team pull forward. And so yeah, from what I've seen, because of the hero's power, they feel very different. I also like how each villain feels like a different challenge puzzle. That is exactly right, Kevin. It's weird because technically from your first impressions, every hero has a combination of move, punch, and heroic action. Like, okay, well, how different can they be? And honestly, I had the same reaction when I tried playing this. Um, I at least thought that you would have different classes of heroes, meaning that okay, I know this hero is more of a fighty hero, so it's going to be more heavy on the combat. This one's more heavy on movement. This one's more heavy on heroic actions. So you have those type of classes, or maybe a more balanced one. Maybe I have 4 classes then. So I figured at least that was going to happen, but I was expecting that to be the end of the distinction between heroes. But honestly, with the powers, even though you only have 3 generally special powers on the cards, they do feel very different in what they do. Like with Ms. Marvel, she's very flexible, so you can adjust things, so you can reach out and punch things, and Howard the Duck has his lasers, he can just blast things away, right? Blade can go do bloodbath, he can go just clear out complete locations, and those are skills that feel thematic to the heroes and are unique to them. Now, there are some abilities in the game that seem somewhat similar. For example, like Punisher, he also has a bunch of guns. So, are his guns very different than Howard the Duck's guns? They're different, but not like radically different. So you're going to have like a upper limit or what you can do with it. But for what I've seen so far, they're doing a really good job with the design space they have defined. It's a very simple design space. It seems like this game is just so overly simple, but the theme does come through, and the discussions and strategy come through as well. I've been playing this game almost daily for a couple weeks now, and the reason is because it's so fast and quick to get to the table. And I've been enjoying it ever since, and I still have unplayed content because it's CMON and they have so much content coming out. But yes, X-Men is coming out. It's on Kickstarter. The nice thing is they're adding minimum 4 special powers in every hero in that game. So now the complexity is going to be upped, which I'm all happy for. I think that's going to make the heroes feel more distinct, more fun. That's the fun part about the game, right? So, but yeah, that is Marvel United. If you want to hear our thoughts on it, I'm generally at the end of these plays, I do share my thoughts with you guys as we play through games. So you hear it as my thoughts evolve. But tomorrow, we're going to have 4 people on the stream live, and we'll be capturing comments. So if you would like to join in, or maybe you want to send a comment on Discord before the stream, I can capture those as well. But we're going to be reviewing this live. So it's going to be Colin, Barrett, myself, and Kim all talking about Marvel United. And we're going to look at, because we did talk about the game with just the core set, and so now we're going to focus more on how did the game change with the new content, and how have our opinions changed, either positively or negatively, with what's coming out, and what are our expectations for X-Men? Are we excited for it? Are we not? What do we think about this game? Because this game seems to be pretty polarizing in a lot of different ways. So it should be a fun discussion about that. But that is tomorrow at the same time as this stream started. So that is on the channel. And if you guys are interested in the game, I'd love to have you join us there. But that should be a fun chat. But yeah, that is going to conclude tonight. If you guys want to see more Marvel United, we might continue again next week, Monday. Or I might take a break and play something else. I haven't decided yet. Depends on Kim. I'll leave it up to her what she wants to do, because I know she missed out on tonight. I know she wants to make up for next week. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and join us for more content. I know, yeah, like I said, tomorrow will be that review, and we've got a ton of content to come out this week. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next stop.